everybody. Wanda Ott here, your chair of the Culture Committee, and I'm here with Derek Patti from Next Home Excellence, and you're in Sarasota, right?
We are, yes.
Florida, and he is our NextHomie Agent of the Month. And check out his background. I wish I was in Florida right now. Congratulations, Derek. You had just an overwhelmingly wonderful recommendation to be our NextHomie Agent of the Month, and I'm sure you're so worthy of it. And we're going to find out a little bit about you today. First of all, tell us how long you've been with NextHome, what brought you here, and who your broker is, and what got you into real estate. All those things, all in one little blurb.
Sure. So, I mean, I started in real estate in 2013. I grew up in Florida. Ended up coming back. We moved briefly away from Florida, and then we're like, we got to get back here. I grew up in Orlando, but we ended up coming to Sarasota through a friend, or I'm sorry, for a family member of ours was in the area, and we came to visit. We didn't want to go back to where my wife and I grew up, so we tried something new and found Sarasota, and it was beautiful. All the things that people come down here to visit for, and jumped in as an assistant actually with a real estate team, and did that for a few months, and then ended up getting my license. And here we are, 13 years later or whatever it's been. So I started out elsewhere for a few years, and then my broker, Alex Crum, he and I actually worked at the prior company that I started at. So he and I knew each other. And then when he opened up his office in 2017, I believe it was, he reached out to me. I wasn't ready to jump ship anywhere at the time. I was in a good spot. And then I decided in 2019, a couple years later, he tapped me on the shoulder again. We had lunch, and felt like it was the right time. So I've been there ever since, whatever that's been now, almost 7 years. So,
awesome. What
yeah.
what did you do? And maybe you said it and I missed it. What did you do before real estate that led you into this career?
So I graduated with a degree in finance. I flirted with the idea of doing a minor in real estate, actually, which is kind of weird because never really thought about real estate as a career. But I started out as I worked for the state of Florida doing retirement benefits, in that sector. And then that kind of I went from there into working for a mortgage company, doing customer service, stuff. And then I did when we left Florida for a brief stint, I did something kind of in the mortgage background world, but it was more of like a contractor kind of status, while my wife was the one that got promoted, and we kind of made us, jump ship to another state for a year and a half. But so I was kind of in the realm a little bit in the industry, but never really in real estate.
Right.
Yeah. So when we decided we were coming back to Florida, the opportunity of a real estate assistant was presented to me through the same family member that we came down here for to visit, and was like, let's give it a run. My wife ended up getting transferred down to this area through her work, so it all kind of worked out. And a couple months later, I ended up getting my license and really kind of jumping into the actual industry itself. And it's been good. It's been a good experience.
Tell us what you love most about NextHome. I know you've been somewhere, another company before. You don't have to say who that is, but what are some of the differences, and what does NextHome have that maybe nobody else could offer you?
It's, really what brought me, obviously I knew Alex, I knew a few of the people at the office already. But really it's kind of the energy, the culture, the people, being at a couple of conferences now. I went to the one in Orlando a few years ago. That was my first one. And then, obviously the one this last month as well. And just the energy is fantastic.
Different.
Really good people. Everyone was pretty open to talk and, share things. And didn't seem ultra competitive. Not saying that, where I was previously was like that, but it's just a good energy. The vibe is right. So, That's kind
Yeah,
of what
I think that's
I love.
the biggest draw, at least it was for us, was the culture. Once you
Yeah.
talk to the corporate team and you see their vision, it kind of aligns with yours, and
Yes.
yeah, you go from there. So I know you work with Alex, who is Mr. Energizer Bunny, and I'm sure he's had a great impact on your career and in your life. Is there anybody else, either in the business or out of the business, that's had a big impact on your life? Maybe a speaker at conference or somebody in your family?
I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot of people throughout different, gears and phases of my life. I've had, people in the past, my cousin that helped me kind of get into the business. I can't, he was kind of the one that introduced me to the team that I started with, doing the assistant work for
Mm-hmm.
at the prior company. So, I mean, that, um, and then Alex as well. I mean, all of the brokers I've had really good brokers throughout three different companies at this point. And just on top of that, just various people I met at, my local real estate uh, association. Just really a lot of people, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of, and I have a conversation with a lot of people, different leadership, positions and whatnot. And everyone's been, like, I would say they've had some sort of role throughout the entire process.
Well, that's great that you're in a position where you're surrounding yourself with good people that,
Yes.
yeah, you can lean on. Yeah, I like that. What do you love about real estate and what keeps you going?
I mean, I love the opportunity we have in this role to really like help someone kind of start a new chapter, end a new chapter. I think we do a lot more than just sell a house.
Mm-hmm.
I think the perception is a lot different than what actually goes on behind the scenes in this industry. So I think just you're a part of something bigger, in people's lives, and for various different situations. And um, at the end of the day, you're helping them do what they want to do, whether it's
Yeah.
buy a house, sell a house, offload a house that was a family member's that passed away. I mean, there's a lot of different things that go on in this business. So it's neat kind of being a part of that, and kind of putting your stamp on it to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, again, we do this regularly. A lot of times people are not doing this, outside of, once every 10 years or
Yeah.
more.
Right.
So
Right.
it's new to them, but it's another, step in the process for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I love that. There's the flexibility to some degree. I don't think it's as flexible as people think it is.
Not if you want to
Um,
make it. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, there's that part that's a misconception in my opinion. But overall, it's just a good industry. I think there's a lot of positive that comes out of it, even though there's,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I work hard to make it all work. But once you put the time in, I think there's a business to be had, and it's been good for me and my family. For the 13 years or so we've been doing this.
It's very rewarding. Yeah.
Yes.
So one last thing, share something that we might not know about you, maybe a hobby or something you like to do outside of real estate.
I
Maybe.
mean, I love to play golf when I have time. That is my like zen. It's just nice to get out. And then I'm a huge chocolate milk fan.
Oh, that's
So
good.
that is my like every night, almost every night is a glass of chocolate milk before I go to bed.
Oh,
It's just
that's
like
funny.
my pacifier or something, I guess.
Okay, like Uncle Keith's tater tots.
There we go. That's it. It's
Everybody
just,
has something. Yeah.
yep. What it is, there's a specific kind that is better than all. So um, I don't know if you guys have a Publix where you're at, but
We do
Publix
not.
chocolate
Yeah.
milk is the best.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're
shout out
very
Publix.
envious of you this time of year living in Florida. I mean, we're getting close to, summer's here, spring's here. But we have a week of cold and a week of hot, so it's
Yep.
but I love where you live. I've been to Sarasota. It's a beautiful place. So I'm glad you're
Well,
there. Yeah.
we're getting to like lots of weeks of hot. So
Yeah, I'll
I
bet
would
you
take a
are.
few. I would take some cold if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I understand. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations again, Derek,
Thank
for being our
you.
next homie of the month, and thanks for sharing your story. And
Absolutely.
we look forward to seeing you at the next conference.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right.
See you in Orlando.
All right. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.